Dear student, last time we learned about the series combination. How do we calculate the equivalent resistance of a series combination? Today we will learn about the parallel combination. So what is a parallel combination? So in parallel combination, what happens? You consider two ends. One is A and B. A and B. And what happens here? Here one end of each resistors means it is one resistors. So one end is connected to A and other is B at B. Another resistors say one end of this is also connected to A and other end at B, and another resistors one end of this also is connected at A and other at the end of B. So like that what happens, one end of each resistor is connected in one common point, and other end of each resistor is connected to other common point, and then a potential difference is applied across these two components, that is across A and B. In this case, say the resistance of the resistor, this one equal to R1 and this R2 and this R3. So in this case what happens, the potential difference remains same across all the resistors. So when we apply the potential difference, say V is the applied potential difference across the combination. So now what happens, a current will flow, and that will flow from what? Positive terminals to the negative terminals. Let a current I is flowing through the combination. So at the point A, this current will divide into three parts. Say through R1, the current flowing is I1, through R2, current flowing I2, and through R3, current flowing I3. All these I1, I2, I3 will again meet here at the point B, and it will come as I, and this will enter into the negative terminals of the battery. So now since the current I is divided into three parts, so what can we write? I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So this is equation 1. Then what do we know from Ohm's law? From Ohm's law we know, what do you know? Current I is equal to V upon R, right? So similarly for I1 what we will get? In this case the potential difference, same we are getting V, but resistance we are getting R1. So for I1 we will get V by R1. I2 will get potential difference same, but resistance is what? R2. For R3 what do you get? I3 what do you get? I3 equal to V by R3. Substituting all this in equation 1 we get, what do you get? 1 implies. So in place of I will get V by R. In place of I1 what will get? V by R1. In place of I2 will get V by R2. In place of I3 will get V by R3. So here we can write V into 1 by R. Here also we can take common V. So after taking V common, what will get? 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Cancelling V from both sides, what will get? 1 by R equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So in this way we can find the value of R knowing the values of R1, R2, R3. So here we have connected 3 resistors. In place of 3, if we connect more resistors, in that case also this formula will be applicable. Say we are connecting n number of resistors in parallel combination where resistance of the resistors are like R1, R2, R3 like that up to Rn. So in that case, if the equivalent resistance if the equivalent resistance of the combination we think as Rp, what Rp, R equal to say R equal to Rp. So at that time what we will get? 1 by Rp equal to 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus dot like 1 by Rn. So in this way we can find the equivalent resistance of n number of resistors having resistance R1, R2, R3 up to Rn. Okay, so what we have learned from this concept, we are sure that if resistors we combine in parallel, the equivalent resistance we get less than the values of each resistors or resistance of each resistors. So this is all about the parallel combination. You go through this and in very soon we'll meet with next video. Till that time, take care.